And that must be nice to hear from your perspective, where other products aren't being, I guess, guaranteed by, the home improvement remodeler, but where Patrick is going above and beyond with B Window, and they believe in that product so much that obviously they're going above and beyond on that warranty. You see it all the time. You see a bunch of different success stories and failure stories, I'm sure, all across the nation. But I do want to hear from you as far as like, what would you say if I was a homeowner, or what would you say to a homeowner that is thinking about choosing B Window or has already chose B Window to do their home improvement project, or I guess in this case, their window or door project replacement?
Well, Greg, I'm a little biased, but I would say that they're making an excellent choice, just an excellent choice. Um, the process is complicated for homeowners, and B Window, with their experience in the market and their knowledge of the products and installation, um, they are going to deliver. First of all, simplify the process for the homeowner, and then deliver a great experience. Those are the key things. And I would say this: I've actually been in market with B Window. I've been on B Window installations, and I've seen the level of detail and expertise that goes into them, and I've seen the customer experience and the communication that happens with the homeowner as part of that process, and it's second to none. So again, I would let the homeowner know they're making a great choice. I of course feel like with the Infinity product, I know they're going to get a great product, and B is going to deliver the experience. So one other thing I'd mention, B Window has been, Patrick mentioned this, a great partner of Infinity for over 10 years. They've consistently been one of our top producing partners. They do a tremendous amount of business consistently in our top 5-10 partners over those years. And with all that business that B Window is doing, as a manufacturer, we never hear from any B customers. And so what does that mean? That's usually, if there's problems in the marketplace, it's not a homeowner's first step to go to a manufacturer. There typically needs to be, some real difficulties, and we just don't hear from B Window customers, and that just means that they are delivering to that homeowner and making sure if there's a little issue at the end of a job or whatever, they're taking care of it, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, nobody's perfect. Nothing's perfect. It's a matter of what do you do in that situation, and do you do right by your customer? And to your point, and to our point, as far as in our due diligence through our ranking system, B Window does consistently do the right thing. So hats off to you, Patrick, and your team. But one of my final questions here is I want to go back to you, Patrick, and Dan mentioned he has some expansion plans this year, and he's got a lot of literally family. He's got to create jobs for all these family members coming up in the pipeline. So what would you say, Patrick, to maybe somebody in one of these expansion markets that's thinking about bringing on the Infinity brand into, it's a big risk. It's a big chance to change what you're doing, right? Unless you already have light on the other side where you've already seen the impact it can do for your business like you have. What would you say to that person that's maybe thinking about moving into the Infinity product and joining the family?
I would probably say it's probably be the best move they ever made. Honestly, it is a major commitment because most of the education that's out there is going to be on vinyl and composites and stuff like that. But Marvin is doing a tremendous job with their marketing, especially here over the last 3 to 5 years, in really increasing the marketing and awareness of their Ultrex fiberglass product. All of their marketing materials are just, pristine. I mean, they're top notch, 100% professional in the way that they look, the message that they are conveying, in their marketing material. And, it's a lifestyle change. So to answer your question, it'd be one of the smartest moves they ever made. They have to dedicate themselves, though, to training and education because, like Dan said, it is a complicated process. We do, it's not going to be competitive with a vinyl price out there. It's in a category of its own, right? It's not the most expensive product that you could potentially purchase as a homeowner, but it's also not going to be that most economical product that you could offer. So I would say in the long run, it's going to be the best move they ever made. They have to commit to the education, the training, and ongoing education of the product, how to explain the value proposition to the customer, and stick with it. Their customers will become raving fans of the company and the product. Like Dan said, we very rarely ever, I can maybe count on one hand the number of Infinity customers in the last 10 years that were just not 100% just ecstatic. And maybe that was just because of delays on our part or, something where we didn't hit our timeline exactly, but almost rarely is it because of the product. It's usually because of execution. Okay. So in the long run, it'll be the longest and best performing product that you could give a homeowner. They'll become raving fans. You'll get more referrals. You'll have more 5-star reviews from a customer that purchases an Infinity product than you will a vinyl or a composite product, just because I know through experience, it's not if, it's just when those break down. And that customer could be facing, if they don't purchase an Infinity product, what I would tell the customer is, listen, you potentially could be facing the same issues that you currently have here today, again, in maybe 10 to 12 years. One or two things are going to happen. You're either just going to put plastic over the windows and just deal with the problem then that you currently have now, right? Or you're going to call us to come back and do it correctly. And you're going to have spent, instead of spending $25,000 the first time, you went and spent $15,000 because it was an economic decision. But now you're going to have $40,000 in it if you ask us to come back and do it right, rather than just doing it the first time correctly. So, I know it was a long answer to a short question, but it'll be a very smart move from a marketing perspective. It'll be an incredible move from a revenue perspective, and it'll be an incredible move from a review and customer overall satisfaction perspective.
I love it. I love it. Well, that's a wrap there. I just want to thank you guys again, both for taking the time out of your busy schedule and sharing some thoughts and advice with us. I think everybody that sees this is going to get a lot out of it. Again, my name is Greg Cummings, the CEO of Power 100, and thank you again for joining us on PowerChat. If you want to see more productions like this, you can visit our website at power100.io. We'll have links to both of these companies there as well. This way you can navigate and explore these companies if you want to. Thanks again, and as always, power up.